7 weeks ago after a long consideration about purchasing the product because I was skeptical like you. And so I started taking it, and almost immediately I could feel that there was something taking place in my knee. I had a very bad knee that I've had 3 orthopedic surgeons that want to take my knee out, and I refused to do it. And I've tried all kinds of different products, none of which ever seemed to work. And I wanted to heal this problem, and Stem Enhance has just done that. It's just been totally amazing. After 7 weeks, I'm able, the first time in over 4 years, I went into Costco today and was able to walk the entire store without having to drive a golf cart around the seat stuff. And you know, and it's the same with Publix and Winn-Dixie or wherever I went to shop. You know, I always had to have a disabled cart to get around the store because I couldn't walk it. My knee was just in that much pain. But now, after Stem Enhance, I tell you what, this product right here, folks, is one of the most amazing products that I've ever seen anywhere, and it works. So if you're skeptical about buying this, don't be, because this is the real deal.
Good evening. I'm still reporting on blatant election meddling by the U.S. Department of Justice. This morning, the chairman of the House Oversight Committee, Representative James Comer, in one of the most damning reports ever by Maria Bartiromo, called the DOJ's latest move to silence the biggest of the Biden whistleblowers to date, just 2 days before his testimony, which is scheduled to begin on Monday. Devon Archer served on the board of directors of Burisma along with Hunter Biden. Investigators believe that he will be the first whistleblower to directly link Joe Biden to Hunter Biden's illegal dealings concerning Burisma, the Ukrainian natural gas company.
I want to ask you about your investigation, but first, let me get to this breaking news. I have in my hand a letter from the Department of Justice that was sent to the Southern District of New York on Saturday. By the way, Devon Archer is testifying on Monday. Do you usually see the DOJ send letters like this out on a Saturday?
Never. This is the first time I've ever heard of the Department of Justice doing anything on a Saturday.
So what is this letter? Can you walk us through it? The government is apprising the court of the status of Devon Archer's appeal of his judgment of conviction, and they request that the court set a surrender date for the defendant to report to a facility. Please walk us through what this letter says.
Yeah, the letter from the Department of Justice is trying to nudge the judge to go ahead and sentence Devon Archer for something unrelated to what we're going to be talking to him about tomorrow. It's odd that it was issued on a Saturday, and it's odd that it's right before he's scheduled to come in to have an opportunity to speak in front of the House Oversight Committee and tell the American people the truth about what really went on with Burisma. So, you know, I don't know if this is a coincidence, Maria, or if this is another example of the weaponization of the Department of Justice, but I can tell you this. The lengths to which the Biden legal team has gone to try to intimidate our witnesses, to coordinate with the Department of Justice, and to certainly coordinate with the Democrats on the House Oversight Committee to encourage people not to cooperate with our investigation, to encourage banks not to turn over bank records, to encourage Treasury not to let us have access to those suspicious activity reports. It's very troubling, and I believe that this is another violation of the law. This is obstruction of justice. It's unprecedented. As someone who's been involved in banking, there's never been an instance that I've ever heard of, or in talking to bankers around America, where a family has been involved in so many suspicious activity reports. This is where the bank files notice with the Treasury Department that they fear their client is engaged in some type of criminal activity. This is very serious, and the extent to which this family was involved in suspicious activities is breathtaking. These just don't happen very often. Now, the Democrats would try to spin a narrative that, oh, it's not uncommon, everybody gets a suspicious activity report, it's like an overdraft fee or something. That is simply not true. I spoke to the Kentucky Bankers Association in Washington 2 weeks ago, and I was telling them about all these suspicious activity reports, and they couldn't believe it. I mean, a lot of banks in Kentucky anyway may not issue more than 1 or 2 suspicious activity reports a year. And you think about how many clients and how many transactions are involved.
Contrary to categorical assertions by Joe Biden that he was never involved with his son's business dealings, it is believed that Archer will testify that he has personal knowledge of Hunter Biden bringing his father into investor meetings via telephone on 24 different occasions, resulting in what some in Congress believe raked in at least $50 million of influence peddling payments, if not bribery, from Burisma to the Bidens.
What are you expecting to get from Devon Archer tomorrow? Let's talk about that on-the-record testimony.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to put words in Devon Archer's mouth, but I'll say this. He has an opportunity to come tomorrow to the House Oversight Committee and tell the truth. He has an opportunity to be a hero, like the two whistleblowers were, like the judge in Delaware was who rejected the sweetheart plea deal from the Department of Justice to Hunter Biden. Devon Archer could be in that category of Americans that just come and tell the truth. That's all we want.
It sounds like Representative Comer is still trying to encourage Archer to appear tomorrow, but he's under incredible pressure to back out by a certain crime family. Maria then asked Comer if this will lead to Biden's impeachment.
Well, that's a question you'll have to ask Kevin McCarthy and Jim Jordan. They're the two that will lead a potential impeachment. I know how I would vote on it, Maria, but I'm not the one that makes that decision. I lead the investigation. My job is to get the facts.
I'm still reporting from just outside the Citadel of World Freedom. Good day.